What's your favorite?
It's the Bros Bowl. That should be our song. Just writing it. It's
the Bros Bowl.
You know, it's like you got it. It's like it's the Bros Bowl.
It's the Bros Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. That's fun.
It's just all stupid.
All right, ready? Yeah, that's what I want. I want betting.
All right, cool.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, welcome back to Bros Bowl.
Yeah,
Season premiere.
finally, we have football again.
Hell yeah.
We've been kind of content starved here. We have a few things down the pike that we haven't finished editing yet because that's a long video. That's gonna be really long.
They're gonna be fun. They're funny, but they're gonna be long.
Yeah. We're trying to figure out what we like. Do we like short content? Do we like long content? I think long content's good.
I said we just spread it out. Do some short content, some long content. Because we got some short content and a lot of long
We're
content.
losing viewers. Anyway, we're back here predicting week 1 of the NFL season.
Yeah. Thank God football's back.
Nobody cares about the offseason, all right? Let's face it. The offseason Olympics, yeah, nobody wins the Super Bowl in the offseason. They win the Super Bowl now. This is the quest for the Super Bowl right now.
I don't win the Super Bowl till February. What are you talking about?
They start their quest today. Or
Not today.
not today.
Thursday they will.
Thursday. Yeah, the Thursday they will.
Officially.
So anyway, let's just jump right into it. So first game we got is the Baltimore Ravens at the Kansas City Chiefs.
This is a good matchup. Well, as we see from the offseason, Baltimore Ravens added Derrick Henry.
Yeah, Baltimore is looking like they finally have a good rushing attack. Well, actually, they always had a good rushing attack. They just never had that one piece that was always like, just go, go, go. Like they're gonna win a game because of him. And I think, well, they played Derrick Henry a few years ago in the divisional round when people were still talking about Lamar being a bad, him being a bad playoff QB. And Derrick Henry kind of ruined his chances of winning that because he kind of just ran all over the Ravens defense that game. So I think that they took notes from that game and were just hoping and praying that Derrick Henry would become available, which he did. And then now he's on the Ravens.
So,
and then the Chiefs added
Xavier Worthy in what may be the dumbest play by the Buffalo Bills ever by trading back with the Chiefs.
Yeah, why did they do that?
Because they're stupid.
They needed receivers, and they got Keon Coleman. I think he'd be. I think
he'd be fine too. But I mean, you don't give that to your rival that's been taking you out every year.
I don't know. I'm getting a lot of Kenny Stills vibes from Keon Coleman though. He might be good. I'm not saying. Oh, I hate shitting on players. I don't want to.
We're not doing that. We want everybody to do well.
Yeah, we want everybody to do well. Except if they're bad. Oh yeah. Okay, we'll let you know.
So anyway, sorry.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is a show about getting sidetracked, dude.
Oh, pretty much.
If you had the unfortunate viewing of Florida State and Boston College,
that was hilarious. I told you,
dude, coaching malpractice, man. That quarter DJ. I'm not gonna say his last name because I'll give him a
say you.
Man, wow, golly, that guy.
Well, he's on his 13 for a reason.
That got my gears going, man. Oh my gosh, that was so bad. Anyway, okay, we're talking about the Baltimore Ravens.
So I have I think I'm going to say the Ravens are going to win this.
You think the Ravens are going to win it?
Yeah.
Kansas City's favored Kansas City is favored -3, and you're going to take Baltimore.
Yeah, because I think Baltimore rearmed.
More efficiently.
More efficiently, I would say.
More efficiently.
Yeah, I mean, look, they got Xavier Worthy, but Xavier Worthy also he kind of had a lot of drops too when he was in college.
He hasn't really been like drops haven't been a problem for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, and I'll say one. Yeah, I'm not saying he's a bad player. I hope he does well, but again, they just got another speed player back.
Well, here's what's going to happen. Kansas City now has a vertical threat for Rashee Rice to get manufactured touches underneath. I think Rashee Rice is going to catch a shit ton of balls this year.
Really?
He's going to catch so many. He's going to catch a lot. And same thing with Kelsey. I think Kelsey is going to be underneath too because I think the threat of Xavier Worthy running deep and catching like a 70-yard touchdown is such a massive threat, and defense coordinators are going to respect Patrick Mahomes' arm that I think they can get a lot of stuff underneath, which I think Baltimore is equipped to handle that. So I don't know. I never want to pick the Chiefs. I never want to pick the Chiefs. But I think for this game, this game isn't going to be a repeat of last year. I think Detroit was uniquely equipped to beat Kansas City, and also they didn't have Kelsey last year. Kelsey makes a big difference. So give me Kansas City. I think Kansas City's going to win this game.
What's the score?
What's the score? I think the over-under is 46.5.
Hmm.
Yeah, give me the over. I think slight over, though. I think it's going to be 27-24.
I think
That's over, right? No, yeah, it's 51. Yeah.
I think it's going to be 17-13. Close game.
17-13. You're taking the under.
Yeah, I'm taking the Ravens.
You're taking the under in the Ravens.
Yeah.
I could totally see it end up being like that, to be honest with you. If the Ravens just use Derrick Henry.
No,
Just-
use
if-
Mark Andrews. I need him for fantasy.
No. If the Ravens want to win, they've got to keep Mahomes off the field.
Yeah, yes,
That's
I
the
agree
only
with
way
that.
to beat the
And throw it
Chiefs.
to Mark Andrews for my fantasy team.
Just you have to play so good fundamental football for the Chiefs because the Chiefs also have a good defense. Because Spagnuolo, the one thing that Spagnuolo hates is when a team can grind his other team to the dirt. That's what the Chiefs used to do with Pacheco. Well,
Yeah,
they
but
used to. They still do with Pacheco.
I think we're going to start seeing the Chiefs. Again, they can't go 3-peat, can they?
I think their secondary is. I think their secondary is beatable this year.
I think it is too.
I think it's beatable, but because the L'Jarius Sneed was a big loss. That's a lot. A lot of people are not talking about that. L'Jarius Sneed getting traded away is a big loss because now you can't shut down two sides of the field. Now you can only shut down one side of the field with Trey McDuffie,
Yeah.
and he usually just plays slot anyway. So, give me the Chiefs. I don't think it's gonna matter.
All right. I got Green Bay
Then we
and
have-
Philly.
We have the next game, which is Green Bay and Phil.
Brazil game, right?
Let me host.
I'm
All right.
ready, host. Okay.
Oh, Green Bay and Philly.
Okay, jeez. All right. Tough crowd.
Let's leave it there. Let's leave that in there. That's fine. All right. Next game we got the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles. This game is in Brazil.
Mhm.
If I mispronounced that, I'm sorry.
I think Philly is going to underwhelm this year.
Philadelphia is favored in this matchup. So are you sure about that? They're favored by -3.
I'll take the Packers 23-10.
Take the Packers 23-10.
Actually, no, 24-10.
New rival Josh Jacobs probably he's gonna own that.
He's going to
backfield.
eat.
He's
Dude,
gonna eat in that back. That Green Bay's offense is gonna be really good this year, I think.
yeah, I mean, they have a good running game now. I mean, their wide receivers are finally coming into their own. Jordan Love's turning into the player like they were hoping he was going to be.
Yeah, I think they finally they understood that you could get good players late in the draft. With Dontavian Wicks for the Packers, I think he's going to be a stud.
Yeah.
Same thing with Romeo Doubs. Same thing with Christian Watson. I'm not particularly sold on their tight end depth, but like Luke Musker's okay. But I think that Jordan Love is definitely going to highlight how good the Packers can really be.
Yeah, I think they might retake the North again. This year.
I don't know. Not the North's a tough cookie, especially
It's
with
very
the
tough.
Lions. But you really think that? Well, let's talk about the Eagles. The Eagles are one of the biggest mysteries this year because they can go to the Super Bowl. They have the squad to go to the Super Bowl.
No, they're the Chargers. You know what they are now? They're the Chargers now.
They're the Chargers.
Yeah, they're Brandon Staley
Are you
Chargers.
sure they
now.
aren't just the Chargers? Are just
No,
the
they're the
Chargers?
Brandon Staley Chargers now. Nick
They are not
Sirianni's
the-
not a good head coach.
I mean, he's a lot better than anything the Chargers have.
Look, don't get me wrong. The Eagles got a loaded team, especially with that draft, dude. They aced that draft.
Who they draft?
Who they draft? They've got Cooper DeJean. They got another corner, didn't they? What was
What's his name?
Mitchell? Who was it?
Queen Mitchell from
Oh,
Toledo.
I was right. I just
Yeah, you were right. I was just trying to see if you actually figured it out.
Yeah, no, they loaded that. Bradbury got hurt too.
Well, it helped to position a need for them, which was definitely the secondary because they were ranked 29th in pass defense, which is that you're not gonna win. You're not gonna win games. You
No.
do that. You're gonna be in shootouts every game. You do that, and that's why they loaded up there. I think adding Saquon Barkley, dude,
Oh, yeah,
that
that's-
offense is gonna be raw. I know you're like, oh, Dick Sirianni sucks. Like, they don't need much. They don't need to call that complicated plays.
Yeah.
So they don't need to scheme people open. Like they have some of the most freakish athletes on the field.
No, they have a loaded team, but I don't trust Nick Sirianni.
I do. I trust Nick Sirianni. So that's why I'm going to take the Eagles. But this one's going to be a nail biter though. I'm thinking this game's going to be. I think it's going to be a 21-20 game.
Really?
Yeah,
That close?
yeah.
Just field goal?
I think the Eagles are going to drive late and win the game. I think Saquon Barkley is going to score a touchdown to win the game.
Okay.
Because look, I like the Packers, They started experience right now. I mean,
No, they
and
don't.
people are like, oh, they went to the AFC Championship games, like barely. Well, they got on the divisional round, and they barely. I don't know though. They're still one of the best teams in the league. Don't get me wrong.
No, they
Like
are.
that loss isn't like a 1 point loss in week one. It's not really indicative of who the Packers are, and I can totally see the Packers just blowing the doors off the Eagles too. I mean, they have two starting rookies at corners, so it's like, yeah, they do. That's a little that is suspect.
There's some good wide receiver core. They got good O line. They're pretty loaded.
I just think the Eagles can control the ball.
Like
They still got the tush push.
it
They
just
still
goes
got
back.
it.
It just goes back to the head coach for me.
Yeah.
All right, now
21-20. What's the score, Taylor?
I just told you I was 24-10.
All right.
Packers.
All right. So now we actually have the Sunday slate games. So we're going to start with the Arizona Cardinals traveling to Bills are favored by -7 or -6.5. I'm looking at.
I might just go with that.
You think the Bills are going to win?
Look, the Bills have a pretty. We haven't seen the wide receivers play like in a real game yet, so it's gonna be interesting to see because they lost everybody this offseason, or pretty much damn near everybody.
Who's their corners?
I don't know.
Exactly.
Oh, Tre'Davious White.
Tre'Davious White isn't on the team.
Oh, he's not. Why
No,
would
they cut him.
Oh, you're
Dude,
right.
they
Where'd
cut
he go?
everyone. Same thing with the Dolphins. They cut everyone.
Where did he go again? Tre'Davious White.
I don't remember. I think he went to the Rams.
I think it was the Raiders.
No, I think he went to the Rams.
No, we can look this up.
Regardless, I don't know of anybody on the Bills' pass defense that could cover Marvin Harrison. This is a trap game for the Bills, 100%.
Oh, you're right.
Because it's September in Buffalo. It's not. This isn't December in Buffalo. This is September,
It's still warm out.
and I think Marvin Harrison is going to destroy the secondary. So I'm going to take the Bills. But this one isn't going to be comfortable. I'm thinking this game's going to be a high scoring game. I think the over under 48.5 is not right. It's not correct. Because look, say what you want about Kyler Murray, Duke has a great ball. He can throw it deep.
He's got.
And he
That's
can hit
what
Marvin.
now.
And he can hit Marvin Harrison. And the Bills not having Matt Milano either for tearing his bicep. I don't know about that defense, man. That defense, like Von Miller's great. No, I still love Von Miller. But outside the end, they don't really have. They don't really have the. Well, they have Greg Rousseau too. So, but I do like the Carlsons match. I don't know. It's gonna be a close game. I think the Bills are favored because of just recency bias because the Cardinals have been sucking recently and the Bills have been really good. And it's hard to judge week one games. It's really hard to see who's good or not.
It is, but the Bills also let everybody go.
Yeah, exactly. And I think this is a huge trap game for the Bills. So I'm going to say this score is going to be, I think I'll take the over. Over is 48.5. I'm going to take the over by a long shot. And I'm going to go 31-27 Bills.
31-27, huh?
31-27.
I'm gonna say you're kind of flipping me with the Cardinals, bro.
You think the Cardinals going to take it?
They could really spoil this. Because I haven't seen Marvin Harrison play yet. I'll probably put. I guess the Bills lose this game though.
This is a trap game. I could totally see
I can see it being a trap game, but I don't know. I don't think the Bills are going to blow it that bad. I'm going to say it's going to be close, though, I think. 31-24.
Buffalo.
Yeah, Buffalo.
All right. Next, we got the Minnesota Vikings traveling to the New York Football Giants.
It's going to be the Vikings.
You like Sam Darnold's return to New York City?
Yeah. I like his chances. Look, the Vikings had a terrible offseason. First, they lost Kyrie Jackson to a terrible car accident. Then their first round draft pick got towards meniscus, and he's out for the year. And then now Jordan Addison. Now what's going on with him now? He got hurt though too, didn't he?
I don't think it's anything serious.
Yeah, but it was just like a series of events. Like, oh my god, that sucks, guys.
You know what? I think everybody beat up on the Giants. They're the easy pick. They're the first overall pick. Like Everybody
Yeah,
thinks they
they're
suck.
going to. I don't think Deion Jones gets turned around.
I don't know. I think they just
Who's throwing to him though?
Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones, as he says.
How many passing touchdowns did he have last year?
I don't know. Too. I mean, I'm not saying they're not going to be great, but I just don't think the Vikings are that good.
Look, they have a better head coach. Well, actually, no, Brian Dable's pretty good, but the quarterback.
Are we going to see new and improved Sam Darnold, or are we going to see old Sam Darnold? Are we going to see New York Sam, or are we going to see redeemed Sam Darnold?
Probably redeems him wrong as a better head coach.
I think we might too. Actually, now I'm thinking about it.
He had some games where he actually went out, dude.
I just don't know about the Giants, man. I just don't know.
They have nobody, bro. They let Saquon go.
He's got the whole team though.
Yeah, they have Brian Burns, but
Yeah, their D line is beast, and I think they could definitely beat the Vikings if this is a defensive playoff. Like if this is a playoff matchup or a defensive matchup, I could definitely see the Giants winning this.
I don't, because remember they still have Aaron Jones on the Vikings.
I don't think that's gonna be that big of a difference maker. I mean, he is a difference maker. Don't get me wrong. When he's healthy,
Justin Jefferson is too.
Jefferson is definitely. I don't think they have anybody to cover Justin Jefferson.
They still TJ Hawk. Like they still have a decent team, dude.
This game is going to be reliant on if the Giants pass rush can get home against Sam Darnold. If they can get home against Sam Darnold, the Vikings have no shot. If they can't, then I think Justin Jefferson's in for a big day.
Yeah.
What's more likely? What's more likely?
I'm gonna say my order. I'm gonna say my score 17-10 Vikings.
17-10 Vikings.
Yeah. You stop pressing that button, please.
Yeah, my bad. I'm going to take the Vikings, but the spread is -2, and the over/under is 41.5. I think that's pretty comfortable under, but I think this game could be a stinker. I think this game could be 13-10 Vikings. So I actually think that I haven't beat the spread. 13-10. Minnesota. All right. Next, we have the Carolina Panthers and the New Orleans Saints.
Oh man.
-4.
This is a hard one.
I think.
I'm gonna say Panthers.
You think Panthers are just going to win outright? Dave Canales bringing the new winning culture to the Panthers.
Yeah, I like them.
Saints feel like a bad joke. They're so stale. They
the-
don't use Camaro when they should be.
Again, it's the 2014 Raiders.
Yeah, this feels a lot like 2014 Raiders. You're totally right about that.
Like mid, maybe at best.
Yeah, what was that point? I said this is what did I say? I said there was the 2012 Raiders.
Yeah,
Like,
they're in that generation.
They'll beat the good teams, but they'll just crap the bed against the good teams.
and finish maybe like with 5 wins at
Wait.
best.
They'll be good against the good teams, and they'll be bad against the bad teams. Yeah, that sounds right.
It's the Derek Carr era, pretty much.
The spread is not really
That's
that
pretty.
for that being the money line. That's a pretty good spread.
Mm.
Well, that's not a pretty good spread. That's
I'm gonna-
that's a good spread for that.
I'm picking the Panthers.
You gonna pick Carolina?
Yeah,
What's the score?
that's the
I
hard
wish
part.
Jonathan Brooks was playing in this game for the
That's
Panthers.
that's
I
the
really
tough
wish he was
part.
playing.
I'm gonna do low scoring. Maybe like 14-7.
14-7 Carolina.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a slaughter. There's that slaughter written all over it.
No, I think the Saints got it.
Saints, really? Do you really trust Derek Carr still?
Unless the rivalry gets in Spencer.
He's actually didn't do bad this preseason.
He's not a bad quarterback. I don't know
He
why.
did not do
He
bad
just-
this preseason.
He got replaced by a generational talent in Caleb Williams.
Yeah,
It's like poor guy, man. Like he got screwed.
he didn't do bad in college.
Yeah, well, he didn't, but he just went to a smaller school than he probably should have went to. South Carolina's not bad. I'm gonna take. I'm not gonna feel good about it, but I like the Saints still. Give me New Orleans, and I'm gonna say the score is gonna be 20-10. All right, next we got the Jacksonville Jaguars going up against the Miami Dolphins. The Miami Dolphins are very, very, very interesting this year because they have a lot of offensive weapons, some defensive talent, and they're not really a lot of. Well, they have some top end talent, but I don't know. I feel like they're gonna be the fair weather winners.
I think Mike McDaniel's a better head coach than Doug Peterson, though.
Oh, I 100%. I'm totally with that. I really like the Dolphins. The Dolphins they scream a 10-win team that doesn't do much in the playoffs.
Right.
I think that we want to rewrite that ship, but
Yeah, they should have probably gotten Herbert. Well, thank God they didn't.
I think they like their quarterback. He was really good.
You
But,
imagine like a Shador Sanders on that team?
Oh, you still not gonna get that high of a pick.
No,
the,
they're not.
The Jaguars are more likely to get Shador than
No, but people say
Dolphins.
the Raiders will get him. Shador.
Well, they suck that hard, yeah.
They probably are. But
Anyway,
anyways,
back to this game. I like Brian Thomas Jr. He's a really good receiver for the Jaguars. He's going to give this secondary a lot of problems.
your offense is loaded.
Yeah, Jacksonville is a really underrated, loaded offense. They got a lot of continuity with Jacksonville, which I like. I always like that.
I want to say Jacksonville will win, but I can't root against Dolphins and a lot of firepower they got.
And it's at Miami.
But
I mean,
again,
it is a Florida battle though, so both these teams are nobody really at. I think it's gonna be super high scoring.
well, remember when I said what the Dolphins is? They're a fast team. They're a really skilled team. But if you punch them in the mouth, they fold.
Not at their home stadium. Not
They
if,
are at home.
if they're at home. If they're at home, they're a different animal.
And I don't know how good the Jacksonville Jaguars defense is going to be.
Well, that's what happened with the Broncos. The Broncos got blown out 70-20 because all of them couldn't handle the heat.
Yeah,
Yeah, and Miami can go 3 deep with their running backs now.
they can. They have a loaded running back core.
Yeah, I can see. I usually see this game. I think the over 48.5 is a safe bet for this because he's getting all light it up.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a high scoring game. This will be because I think Trevor Lawrence will ball out too.
Yeah, for sure. I think give me the Dolphins. I'll take the points. I'll take minus 3.5. So, but I'm gonna say that this is gonna be a super high scoring game. Not a lot of defense gonna get played for this one. I'm gonna take Dolphins. Let's see what would Miami score? I think Miami, and
I got one.
I think it's gonna be 42-35.
I was going to say 35-28.
Miami.
Yeah.
All right. In agreement. Good. All right.
But this will be high scoring.
Well, I just think. Well,
Oh boy,
they have Tyson Campbell for the Jaguars, but I don't even know if he's going to be able to cover Tyreek and Jalen. He can't cover both.
so the Bengals are winning this game, right?
Yeah, I don't think we need to say much about the Patriots.
Yeah,
the Patriots are definitely in the race for the bottom
Brissett is the starter. I don't know why you named Brissett the starter and not Drake May.
because they just want to put any pressure on Drake May for some stupid reason.
Yeah, I mean-
these guys can play. If they can play, they can play.
If they play
Let
in a
them
stadium
play.
of thousands of people, they could do it in the
Oh,
NFL
they're gonna
too.
ruin their confidence. Whatever, man. They're starting to become grown adults now,
He-
dude.
he
Like,
looked alright in the
bro,
preseason.
like, come on, guys.
Well, he looked alright in the preseason too, so I don't know why you benched him.
Oh, because if you bench him, he's gonna have low confidence.
Whatever.
Yeah, Peyton Manning had the most interceptions for his rookie year. And guess what? Like,
Turn it around.
oh, because his confidence. It's
And
like,
also,
if he's throwing balls that get picked off, that's footage he could use to get better. We're trying to win the season. We're trying to win the season. You're not winning the Super Bowl.
no.
Like, everybody knows you're probably not gonna make the playoffs either. So let him make his mistakes now, and then try to be better next year. I never understood that.
I
I
neither.
never understood that. Give me Bengals. Bengals. This is easy. Bengals done.
I'm taking the Bengals too. I'm going to take it probably, say 31-10. Because again, Jamar Chase wants to show out too for that contract.
31-10.
Yeah. I think Jamar Chase is going to eat this game.
I think they're gonna start running the football a lot. I'm thinking this game's gonna be 28. And I'll give the Patriots a charity 13.
Oh, next game is going to be
Oh, the Tennessee Titans versus the Chicago Bears.
I got Bears all the way.
Oh, dude. Bears are gonna make some noise. I think Bears are really gonna make some noise. They got stacked receiving core with Rome Odunze, Keenan Allen, and DJ Moore.
Caleb Williams.
They got Caleb Williams. Their defense is really good.
DeAndre Swift
Yeah,
in the backfield.
they got weapons.
Yeah, they're loaded.
If their offense isn't top 15 in year one, something's wrong.
Yeah,
Something's very wrong.
and the Titans are deciding to be the Titans of old. So hey, we're just gonna stay down here. There's our comfort zone.
They just this year feels like another punt from the Titans.
Yeah.
I can't trust a Titans team that isn't a Mike Vrabel coach defense. I get that their head coach was an offensive line coach, but I just don't know about the Titans this year.
I don't either.
Like you got Calvin Ridley and DeAndre Hopkins
They're both
and
old.
Tony Pollard, who's a big signing. Okay, I'm supposed to feel inspired by that.
Yeah, they're
And who's your starting quarterback? Will Levis, Mr. Mayo Man himself. Really?
yeah, that was the weirdest thing everyone's ever
I
done.
like mayo in my coffee.
Why? Don't even say that. Like,
It's like, are you trying to get cut?
I cut him.
Are you trying to get cut, dude?
yeah, dude, my goodness.
You know, I'm a quarterback in the NFL. I like mayo in my coffee.
Yeah, so Tennessee, I see nothing special about them. Give me Chicago, 28-10, Chicago. I think Killer's gonna show out here too. Oh, the Bears also have Cole Kmet too. He's not bad, and Everett.
What was your score?
I said 28-10 Bears. Thou Bears.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be a Caleb Williams tune-up game. This screams freaking. I'm gonna say 24-10. What they chai time. Yeah, I think Caleb Williams is gonna. I think they're gonna blow up his defense. They're gonna blow it up because is anybody taking Tennessee this year? Is anybody taking them?
No.
Does anybody think that they're going to be better than fourth? Like, when Mike Vrabel was coaching, they'd always find a way to be like 3 or they make an AFC championship appearance. I don't know anymore about the Titans. I'm out on the Titans. If this was Shark Tank, I'm out. Yeah, it's for those reasons I'm out.
All right.
Next, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers going against the Atlanta Falcons.
Oh,
Russell Wilson is starting, so I'm taking the Falcons.
I'll take the Falcons too. I think they're going to want to show off Kirk Cousins.
I cannot believe that he is starting. What has he done to start?
Who?
Justin Fields literally is making some.
Justin Fields has been sucking though.
He's making some good passes in the preseason. He's done some good passes.
we're
I
not seeing
don't
the
know.
same
I think Steelers are doomed. I think they're doomed. They're gonna fall in that same trap that Tennessee did. Their defense is way too good for their offense, and their offense just can't score any points.
Yeah, exactly.
And they aren't gonna do anything with it. So give me the Falcons.
Yeah, give me the Falcons too. I'm gonna take a big score. I'm gonna take it like 35-10. Actually, you know what? Scratch that. I'm gonna say like 13-28.
Usually you say the higher score first. 28-13.
Yeah, 2013.
I'm gonna say that the Atlanta Falcons are gonna be the big hot topic of I don't know, the NFL, and I think that they're gonna absolutely show up and show out. So I think
there too.
I think they're gonna blow up the Steelers. I don't think it's gonna be close. I think it's gonna be. I'm gonna say this. I think it's gonna be a surprisingly high score. So I'm just gonna say 35-17. I think it's gonna be surprisingly high, and I think people are overvaluing the Steelers' defense because have they really been good outside of Pittsburgh? Like, I get they had a few road wins. I get they had a few obscure road wins, but I would blame more of other circumstances rather than them being very dominant.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I don't think they're that dominant of a defense. I think they get cut up by quarterbacks that know what they're doing.
Exactly. Next game looks fucking great.
Yeah, next game we got the Houston Texans versus the Indianapolis
Oh,
Colts.
this is a tough one.
This might be one of my games of the week, man. I am stoked to see C.J. Stroud and Anthony Richardson play against each other.
I think this is gonna be a dogfight.
This is gonna be fun. Yeah. This one's gonna be fun.
This is gonna be a quarterback. This is gonna be a quarterback duel.
Well, usually, it's how it goes. This is gonna come down to time of possession for both. I love the Houston Texans receivers. You got Tank Dell, you got Stephon Diggs, you got Nico Collins, you got Joe Mixon in the backfield. Like they got a squad. They definitely got a squad.
They do have a squad. I think Anthony Richardson's going to play out because he didn't play last year.
I think that this game's going to really rely on can Anthony Richardson answer the call? Can he be that quarterback that people think he can be?
Well, we're forgetting another major factor in this game too. Stephon Diggs is now on the Houston Texans along with Tank Dell and Nico Collins.
I just said that. I literally just said that.
And I think you're right with Stephon Diggs being on that team too. He's going to add an X factor bonus for the Texans.
All right, I think.
But I think Anthony Richardson's going to show out. I think Adonai Mitchell's going to make his debut this game.
I think he has to because Derek Stingley's going to lock up Michael Pittman. Derek Stingley's going to be a beast this year. He's going to be an absolute monster. I'm going to say give me the Texans. I think Houston's going to
Really? I'm going to probably take the Colts. But it's going to be really high scoring. I'm going to say 35-31 Colts.
35-31.
Yeah, Colts. I think it's going to be a shootout.
So zero defense played. I'm going to say it's going to still be a low scoring game. So I'm going to say 21-14 Houston. But man, I think both these guys. I know I like. Oh, both these guys are going to show out. It could be a lot of yards and not a lot of touchdowns. That's just the nature of the beast. All right. So we have our team's games, which we're going to say. Which we're going to. Do you want to save those for later, or do you want to do Dallas? You want to do Dallas?
Well, what's the Monday game? Oh, Monday game's Jets and Niners.
Let's do all the other games first. Then
let's go back. Save best for last. The Chargers. I think the best.
All right. Next, we got the Dallas Cowboys at the Cleveland Browns.
Is Nick Chubb playing?
Browns are favored in this matchup.
Is Nick Chubb playing?
I don't know if he's off the PUP.
I didn't think he was off.
I think Jerome Ford's starting this week.
He's not bad.
Well, I think they want to slow walk Nick Chubb because he's such a vital part of their offense. I think they really want to make sure.
The big question about the Cleveland Browns though is that quarterback.
Yeah, can Deshaun play?
Can he show out again? So,
I don't think there's a question with the Dallas Cowboys because Dak obviously is just the entrenched starter. I mean, I know people are saying, "Oh, well, he's only got a 1-year contract left." So yeah,
but he's a running back.
He's still great. Like Dak's numbers are still fantastic.
Yeah, but
for any reason.
Dak needs a running game though to be great.
I am not sure about the running game, to be honest with you. If Rico Dowdle can become that kind of Tony Pollard back, and he could succeed, we haven't really seen much of him, so I don't really want to judge. I don't want to be too quick to judge. But we know what Zeke is. Zeke is literally like he's just plunking for like 3 yards and a touchdown. Like he's definitely not feast Zeke.
No, not anymore.
Dallas Cowboys on the road.
I can totally see them losing to Cleveland though. Disaster for the Cowboys.
I just don't like that matchup with their defense for the Cowboys against Cleveland. I just don't like that matchup. I think Myles Garrett's going to eat this game. I just feel like Myles Garrett's going to eat this. I think there's going to be no threat for the rushing attack, and Cleveland's just going to pin their ears back.
Mm.
I might side with Vegas on this one. So I'm going to say this game is going to be, let's see, the over-under 41.5 is the over-under. Yikes.
I'm going to say Cleveland Browns.
I'm going to say Browns 21-17.
I was literally about to say the same thing.
All right, great. So we're in agreement. Cleveland. Yeah, I think there's still the old Deshaun still somewhere in there. I mean, all those.
He's got to prove it though.
Yeah. Listen, I don't want him to succeed after all that shit he did, but I mean, You know the NFL. If you can play quarterback, they'll
Yeah,
they'll
they'll
keep you around as long as possible. If you can play in the NFL, they'll keep you around as long as possible. Just like Greg Hardy. I keep bringing him up because
They did keep
that's
him around.
ridiculous.
All right, now we got an interesting one.
So we got the Washington Commies versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Commies versus the Buckies.
Think Jay Daniels going to show out?
Yeah. There's a lot of change for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this year on defense.
Yeah, but it wasn't bad though.
Yeah, they got a few pieces.
They
but
got Jesse Bates.
just based on the Falcons.
Oh, not Jesse Bates. Who did that? Who was their
Antoine Winfield.
Antoine Winfield?
This game is going to be a big question as to
Baker?
what. No, I think Baker against the Commanders' defense it's a fine matchup. I think that's a fine matchup. I think the real question is going to be how far along is Jay Daniels? Is he Lamar rookie year that far along? Is he Herbert or is he Tua rookie year that far along? Like how far along is he?
Yeah.
I think he's pretty far along. I don't really like Dan Quinn as a head coach. I
don't like him either.
I don't think he's. Cliff Kingsbury is their offensive coordinator for the Commanders. I do like him for Jaden Daniels, but it really is going to be a question of how is the receiving corps for the Commanders going to shape out? Is it going to be just let's pepper Terry McLaurin for 20 targets a game? Is it going to be are they going to run the ball more? Like what? I don't know. Is Eckler going to get some catches? Like I don't know what's going to happen there.
The other question for the Commanders is defense. And Dan Quinn.
I don't know. There's just too many questions for the Commanders right now. They could totally prove me wrong, but I don't know. I think there's just too many questions right now for their offense to definitively say that they're going to win this game.
Right.
So I'm going to take Tampa Bay. You said Indy won.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think this game feels like a Tampa Bay easy dub win, but I think that the Commanders are going to beat the spread though. So I'm going to say this game is going to be 18 points possible. Use 6 field goals.
I'm going to say it's a low scoring. Okay, for mine, it's going to be 17-14 Tampa.
I'll do 2017 Tampa Bay too.
I'm doing 17-14 Tampa. Low scoring.
What was your score? Oh yeah, that's the score for that score. Oh right. And then our Sunday night football game to start off this 2024 NFL season. Our first Sunday night football game is going to be the Los Angeles Rams traveling to the Detroit Lions. Detroit is favored by 4. I think the Rams are a much better team than a lot of people are giving them credit for, and I think the Lions are not as good of a team as people are giving them credit for.
Really?
Yeah, very interesting take. I like the Lions. So I really like the Lions, but they got lucky a few times. They got extremely lucky a few times. That first game against Kansas City should not have been a win. Kansas City should definitely have driven down the field. If they had Kelsey, I think they would have won that game. And then I think there's a few other wins you could scratch off for the Detroit Lions. They got a good squad though. Don't get twisted, folks. They got a good squad. But I just think Super Bowl, it's gonna be tough in the NFC, especially with teams like the Rams. I think Detroit beat the Rams right last year.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't by a lot though. So I'm thinking Detroit at home though for Sunday night football game. That stadium's gonna be jazzed.
They made it the NFC Championship last year.
I think that a Sunday night football game getting hosted in Detroit, stadium is going to be jazzed.
Yeah, dude, they're all going to be there.
They beat them. Oh no, they beat them in the playoffs.
I think Detroit's winning.
You think Detroit's winning?
Yeah, I think Eagles are going to put The Rams are going to put up a fight because I think they had a really good draft. But I like Detroit. I just think they just feel on fire right now. You know what I mean? They just they know they're that close to the promised land. That I think they want it just that much more. You know.
I just don't know who's going to cover Kupp and Puka Nacua. Who's going to cover those two?
A corner, obviously.
Yeah, good job, dude. I think the Rams can pull this one out. I'm going to be honest.
I'm gonna say Detroit.
I think Rams first half money lines lock.
I'm gonna say Detroit 31-14.
You're gonna say Detroit 31-14?
Yeah. Because I think he's gonna take Rams like rookies to that much to get like
Wait, would you say 31 to what?
31-14. It depends on how Puka
You
does.
think they're only score 14 points?
31-21 then.
Don't change your score. That's
Okay,
what you
fine.
said. Your first score is.
I
you're
think
always
both
right
those
for.
touchdowns are gonna be Puka Nakua's. Because I want them to.
I'm gonna say the Rams are gonna play spoiler and they're gonna win 28-24.
Really.
Yep, I think the Rams are really good this year, and I think a lot of people are sleeping on them.
And oh boy,
I mean, no Aaron Donald is a big deal, but
Braden Fisk is pretty good though.
and Jared Allen is pretty good too. I think replaceable. The McVay train continues.
Yeah.
And then finally we have the Monday Night Football. Well, actually not finally because we still have our two favorite teams that we still want to cover, but we're leaving that to the end because one.
Monday Night Football.
Monday Night Football. New York Jets traveling to the San Francisco 49ers. Doomsday situation. Literally the one team you didn't want to play for Aaron Rodgers to face immediately. Was one of the most physical defenses of the past 10 years.
Yeah,
Yikes.
this is gonna be.
Yikes.
I'm taking Niners here.
Okay, here's the real question for the Jets. It's not really is Aaron Rodgers going to be good because everybody knows Aaron Rodgers is going to be good. It's who else is he going to throw to outside of Garrett Wilson? Who's going to step up? Is it going to be Mike Williams? Is it going to be the ghost of Alan Lazard? Like who we think?
The ghost of Adam Lazard.
Yeah.
Mike Williams. I think Mike Williams.
If Rodgers can hone in that talent and he could just give the ball to Breece Hall and Braylon Allen, those two could just be a tandem back, and Israel and Bandican. If they could run with three running backs and they could just throw to Garrett Wilson when he needs it, like Devontae Adams, if they could do that, Jets might really make some noise.
I think Braylon Allen's going to show out this game.
I don't think he's going to show out this game. I don't think he's
But
going to
I take the Niners. They're going to want.
If the Jets can get running lanes open, they're going to win this game.
I'm taking the Niners. I'm sorry.
I'm
I'm going to say 28-14 Niners.
So 28-14.
Yeah, they're too loaded, bro. They had a good draft. They picked up good players. They can literally get shot in the chest and be fine.
You know what? I'm going to take the Jets.
Are you insane?
No, I'm not insane. And here's why.
Are you mad?
Here's why. When I was watching the preseason, there was one play that made Brock Purdy very uncomfortable. Very, very uncomfortable. That was interior pressure. He could not throw a football 15 yards down the field to get interior pressure. This is the same thing with Mahomes. This is one of my biggest pet peeves ever. This is something the Broncos figured out to beat Mahomes. If you can get interior pressure on Mahomes, or you get interior pressure on really any quarterback, they're going back. Okay. So I'm thinking,
Who's the Jets?
Listen, listen. So I'm thinking the Jets have Queen Williams.
That's what I was going to ask.
No Son Reddick, unfortunately, because they didn't want to pay him for whatever reason. They traded away Bryce Huff for literally a bag of chips.
Yep.
For literally no reason. But I still like the Jets pass rush. And I think Will McDonald's going to... If Will McDonald can set the edge, I think Jets have a real shot. Because I think their defense is still one of the top.
And
the defense still top 5.
And the head coach of the Jets still was the former defensive coordinator for the
Kyle
Niners.
Shanahan. So I think he would know how to beat Kyle Shanahan's offense. So
Okay.
give me the Jets. I think it's going to be...
And it depends on Rodgers, too.
Yeah, Rodgers is going to be a problem. Give me the Jets. I think it's going to be a 24-21 type of game. Same thing as Ravens and Chiefs that I had earlier. I'm always very generous with the other offenses. A lot of offenses suck. I have one team that scores. Actually, I have two. Yeah, I have a few teams that score like 10 points.
All right, now for the best.
That's a good point.
Now for dessert.
All right, yeah.
Want to talk about your Broncos first? Or what
Yes.
to talk about?
Yes, because I can actually.
No, by the way, the Seattle Seahawks are wearing their 80s throwbacks for that game.
So, You want to start? You want to start, or you want me to start?
You go. Don't talk about the Chargers.
All right. So, the Denver Broncos are traveling to the Seattle Seahawks for what feels like the 19th time that we played the Seahawks Week 1. I don't know why we always play them Week 1.
Because I want to remind you about that Super Bowl.
Like, dude, last year we played the. Wait, who we played Week 1? Who we played Week 1 last year?
I think it was Seattle.
Well, I definitely know the first game for the Russ sweepstakes was Seattle. I definitely know a few years before that it was Seattle. Like, why do schedule makers always want to put Seattle as Week 1?
Because I'll remind you, Karen, of that Super Bowl you got destroyed in.
Yeah, and then we ended up winning like 2 years later. But anyway, so they're wearing the '80s throwbacks for this one.
Yeah,
sweet. I love it. Are the
Good
Broncos
one.
wearing throwbacks too?
No, probably not.
All right,
That'd be a good looking game.
but yeah, whatever. Their uniforms starting to grow on me for the Broncos.
Yeah.
So Seattle's getting -6. Over under is 41.5. I don't think a lot of people are valuing Bo Nix in a Sean Payton offense.
Here we go.
I don't think that they're valuing. I don't think that they think that rookies are just gonna fumble around, but Bo Nix really isn't a rookie. Like he's more of like a year one player. He's more like I guess
player.
rookie is technically year one, but it's like I feel like he's probably a few games into his rookie year instead of him being far behind the 8 ball and him having to sit. Because he had every reason why they should have started him. So I'm thinking Bo Nix is I think Bo Nix is gonna surprise people.
Well, you're missing a key part of the Seattle Seahawks. You don't have Pete Carroll anymore.
Yeah, right. They don't have Mike McDonald. If Denver,
Mike McDonald, really?
yeah, that's what.
Oh my gosh, Denver by a
What?
mile here.
What? Mike McDonald? What? He coached the Baltimore Ravens defense last year, bro.
Oh,
they're
really?
They're one of the top defenses. Just because you don't know the name doesn't mean you can't.
Yeah, but is it gonna be Sean Payton?
I don't know. The one player I'm really concerned about getting home against the Broncos is Byron Murphy. If he could disrupt that, if he could disrupt the interior rush of the Broncos, it's gonna be bad. I don't think Broncos are gonna be able to run the football very effectively unless they do outside zone a lot, which is what I hope they do. They're gonna have to do something. They're gonna have to do quick routes. I don't think. Listen, I don't think Tariq Cole's gonna beat Cortland Sutton in a one-on-one. Broncos defense versus Geno Smith. Pat Surtain locked up DK Metcalf last time, so if he could do, the question is going to be who can lock up JSN, because if JSN gets loose, Broncos gonna lose the game. If JSN gets like a 30-yard, 40-yard, 20-yard touchdown, I think Denver's gonna be in trouble. But I don't really want to pick against the Broncos because I really think they can win this game. This is a very winnable game. I don't think people say, "Oh, what are you always going to sleep on Seattle?" It's like, why is everybody sleeping on the Broncos, man? Like Sean Payton finally got a guy that fits his offense.
I'm going to say Denver 21-10.
You're taking the Broncos.
Yeah, I don't trust Geno. And again, do you think he can beat Sean Payton, the head coach of the Seattle Seahawks, without a quarterback?
I think this is where I think people are gonna really wake up to Bo Nix on a Sean Payton led offense. It's gonna be like, oh shit, what did we do? Like, what did we do? We gave him a guy that has timing, a guy that just is like, oh, hey Sean, you want me to throw this route at this particular time? You got it. Because last year, Russ would literally just run around and not throw the ball. This offense is all about timing. This isn't about breaking down a play and trying to be Mahomes. This is about ball goes here, you have to throw it right now. And Russ would just never do it. There's one goal line play where it's clear that Russ just needs to get the ball and just throw it, and then that would be a touchdown. Yeah, he got the ball, looked up around, tried to read the field, and then tried to swerve out to his right for whatever dumbass reason was in Russ's head. I'm really turning against Russ.
Yeah, who's on your team anymore?
Yeah, now I can talk shit, but it's just like, dude, if this offense just had a guy that would just throw the ball right exactly where it needed to be, this offense would be so much better. And I think that's what Bo Nix is. So, for those reasons, I'm going to take the Broncos 24-21.
Oh, I swapped you.
I literally just picked the same score for the past 2 games, but whatever.
All right, now the best for last. My desserts.
Las Vegas Raiders versus the Los Angeles Chargers.
This is going to be a bloodbath.
I think some people are gonna get hurt in this game. to be honest
The
with you.
Chargers are not letting that game go. It's funny watching Raiders trivia like, you guys got blown out 63-21. Like, bro, we didn't have Harbaugh, we didn't have Herbert. This is gonna be a mauling. Have you seen their O line? The Chargers O line,
I'm a little concerned about. They got Christian Wilkins and Max Crosby on that D line.
and we got Joe Wall and Rashawn Slater, and Zion Johnson and Jamari Sallier. Oh, did you see what the news today? Scott Matlock, Boise State alum, moved from D line to fullback, 6'4", 300 pounds.
Yeah, he's Pat Ricard.
Yeah. So and then they've got Gus Edwards. They have a bunch of blocking tight ends now. Jim Harbaugh's running the ball, bro. I'm telling you, dude. Jim Harbaugh was the missing piece. Now this team's gonna thrive.
If Chargers can rush for 150 rushing yards, they'll win the game.
Yeah, Jim Harbaugh's getting all there is like, hey, these guys blew you out 63 last time. Yeah.
I don't think you got me, man. I don't think the Ravens are gonna be very good this year. If Gardner Minshew is your starting quarterback, you're not playing for this year.
I love that guy. Don't get me wrong. I love.
Yeah, I don't care.
Gardner
He's
He's not Herbert.
He's a bridge quarterback.
Yeah.
He's 100% a bridge quarterback.
He's Ryan Fitzpatrick of the new generation.
I love him.
I do
think
love
he's
him.
the best.
He's
I love
awesome.
him.
I'd have him in my locker room, dude. That's how much I like him because he's just such an energy.
If I don't understand why every team in the NFL doesn't want a backup like him.
Yeah.
He seems like such a nice guy, but nice guys don't win championships.
Yeah,
nice guys don't win games.
And
Well, actually, he wins games.
And do you think Antonio Pierce is going to beat Jim Harbaugh?
I mean, he beat the brakes off of the Chargers last year.
Yeah, but given the circumstance, remember the circumstances last year. Head coach, everybody was done with. Herbert was out. Season's pretty much over anyway.
Oh yeah, I mean, didn't Staley get fired after that game? Or
Right after that game, the next day.
Oh yeah, defensive coach, you scored 63 on us. Yeah, goodbye. I'm gonna say this could be a ground and pound type of game.
Even cost their new GM, the new Raiders GM got a new job with them because we fired him. Tom Telesco.
Right. I'm gonna say this game's gonna be 27-14 Chargers.
I'm gonna say 35 to. I'll give him 7.
73-3.
No, I think it's gonna be mauling.
35 to what?
35 to 7.
You think they're only gonna score a touchdown?
If they're lucky. This dude, have you seen their practice, dude? They picked off Matt Stafford 5 times in their practice game.
I will say this, speaking from experience, Jim Harbaugh does get the boys playing though.
He does.
He does get the boys riled up.
They've been saying in the locker like, dude, there's just nothing but just positive energy in here now.
Well, I think everybody's got positive energy in every locker.
Yeah,
Every team is thinking they're gonna win the Super Bowl, dude.
Yeah, with Jim Harbaugh, there's new life in there now. All right, well, that's Bros Bowl.
All right, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye.